Howdy folks, Amos Sewn, 36. It's news, spelt differently. Today, 22nd of the 9th, 2022, and so just checking the other little stream. I'm live on Twitch at the moment, D-Live. Hope you're watching. If you're not, well, anyway, a couple of little news stories today. You might notice I'm a bit early. We're playing bowls this afternoon, and well, bowls is more important than streaming, I think. I like throwing rocks. Anyway, today's stories. We've got where are we? Here we go. Our government, good on them. Crossbench concerns over narrow scope of national anti-corruption body. I don't know if anyone knows that Australia, they want a corruption body to watch over the parliamentarians and things. Yeah, because, well, what's the chances of some corruption happening? But, as usual, they're muddying the waters. Anyway, days out from the likely release of the federal government's anti-corruption bill, some key crossbenchers are raising concerns it might not be given the level of power they are looking for. How surprising. Federal Parliament will resume next week after a fortnight's delay due to the Queen of Death or something. Anyway, I think I got that mixed up. Doesn't matter. Anyway, the government will use the sitting period to introduce a long-promised Integrity Commission legislation. Long promised, yes. Last government didn't want to play with it. This government, well, we'll see. While details around the bill remain secret for now, how surprising is that? Secret. The government been keeping secret from us. Yes. The government says it will establish a body of broad powers to tackle corruption both inside and around the federal government. But key crossbenchers, including some of the government the government might rely on in the Senate to support the bill, are concerned it could be hamstrung by tight definitions of who it can and cannot investigate. Independent Senator David Peacock and Independent MP Helen Haynes both argued that the Commission has to be able to investigate anybody undertaking any sort of dealings with the government. Sounds about right, doesn't it? It could emerge as a stumbling block as the government looks to have a bill legislation before the end of the year. How broad should the body's powers be? In a recent speech, Attorney General Mark Dreyfus spelled out who would be covered by the government's integrity bill. The Commission will operate independently of government. Yes, who's going to be staffing it, I wonder. And will have broad jurisdiction to investigate serious and systemic corruption across the Commonwealth public sector. It will have powers to investigate ministers, parliamentarians and their staff, public services, statutory office holders and contractors. Sounds good, doesn't it? Yes, but I wonder who's going to be running it. Yes, that's the question that no one's asking at the moment. Some of the crossbenchers want the bill to go further and cover third parties involved in federal politics, as in, what do they call them? Lost the word in a moment. Senator Peacock could provide a critical vote for the government in the upper house and said there's no reason to limit the body's scope. It's crucial that the Integrity Commission has the power to investigate third parties, people who aren't politicians. We know that a lot of corruption starts with people potentially getting in touch with politicians, whether they're business people, unions, developers. This body needs to actually investigate them and bring them before the Integrity Commission. Ms Haynes said while it was good that the contractors would be covered in this new body, it needs to be able to capture people and businesses trying to pick up government work too. What's that word again? Yes, well, there are others that would seek to have contracts who may seek to have dealings with the Commonwealth that could potentially be trying to corrupt the public process. Surely not. So we need to make sure that we can capture anyone in such circumstances. Defining corruption is not a simple task. Government has also been urged to adopt a very broad definition of corruption to avoid limiting the potential work of the new body. Anthony Wheatley, KC, that's a new term for you. Remember it used to be QC? KC. Sounds like a soft drink, doesn't it? Remember the old KC cola? Anyway. from the Centre of Public Integrity said the bill should adopt a definition taken on by bodies like the New South Wales ICAC and other state bodies. Something like what they have in Victoria, no doubt. Yeah, sure. Anyway, that's enough of that one. Yeah, let me get rid of that for a sec. Somehow. Sorry, folks, you know how it goes. No idea what I'm doing. Oops. Actually, I've got a rough idea, but it's all a click of the mouse. I've got a new shirt hanging in the back today. It's WRPN. It's World Pirate Radio Podcast Network. A guy called Jaffe's in charge of that. Haven't spoken to him for a while, but yeah, never know. This Saturday I might get on his show. Maybe not. Who cares? Anyway. Well, there's another little news item I want to have a look at too. It's not that one. Let's try the next. Oh yes, Rebel News. Started. Yep. Here's me, well prepared as usual. Right. Brave doctors speak out to reclaim medicine. New union formed to bring back doctor-patient trust. Yes, they've lost a bit, haven't they? Newly formed medical union gathered in Melbourne this weekend to bid to reclaim medicine from the tight grip of political control. Why have politicians got control of the medical situation, I wonder? AMPS, AMPS, yes, got a bit of power, no doubt. Anyway, enough of the puns. Australian Medical Professional Society was formed as part of the movement to bring back trust and autonomy to the doctor-patient relationship. The message from the medical professionals who attended was clear. Let doctors be doctors and keep the politics out of medicine. Doctors, where they, for example, regarding masks, vaccines, lockdowns, regarding any issue of the COVID era, and they're evaluating their evidence as if they're acting and advising their patients in good faith. That is a matter between the doctor and patient, Dr. Roberts said. That's the substance of free speech, and also the substance of the scientific dialectic, and so doctors of all stripes and persuasions need to be able to have their voice unencumbered by regulators, I love this word, regulators injecting politicisation of science, politicisation of medicine into the discourse. Dr. Brennan added that the turnout of the conference showed the need for an alternative union movement, as traditional unions are now fronts for interests of certain political parties and certain other interest groups and lobbies. That's the word I was looking for. Lobbyists. That's what the Integrity Commission needs to look at. Lobbyists. They're a bit of a thing, aren't they? Anyway, the conference was held in Melbourne, or Dan's place, at some Amora Hotel. Hosted a range of international speakers, including US author Naomi Wolf, Canadian Dr. Julie Ponce of the Democratic Fund, and Amy Kelly, Program Director of the War Room, Daily Clout, Pfizer Documents Analysis Project. Yes, that sounds like they know what they're doing, doesn't it? Throughout the pandemic, Australian doctors felt effectively muzzled from having to individualised conversations with patients, with some describing the situation as destructive, and medical ethics and the defining principles of patient care. In other words, medical ethics have gone out the window. Yes, how surprising. During the pandemic, so many doctors were silenced, and a lot of doctors didn't agree with what was done in the pandemic response, and we felt we've lost our profession because of all the censorship and suppression, said anesthesiologist Dr. J something or other, who was terminated by the hospital she had worked at for 13 years. Yes, a lot of doctors have been terminated lately, and they say they can't get enough medical staff. Why? Because they've been sacked. Dr. Duncan Syme added the Australian doctors had an increasingly important role to play in the wake of the pandemic. Love the wording, don't you? This has been more about control and control the population using medicine as a tool to start that control. Well, ain't that surprising, folks? Imagine the doctors being told what to do, and I think a lot of us know that anyway, don't we? Doctors aren't really well, some are complicit, some surely they're not stupid. Obviously, they can see what is happening, what has happened. They've had 2 years of it, and well, and all of a sudden, lots of people are dying. I don't know if you've noticed statistics and things. I've looked around and found out that it's a lot of people dying of, was it sudden adult death syndrome? There've been a lot of sports people dying on the sports fields. Just keel over and dead. Oh, what could it be? Oh, we don't know. Did they investigate? A lot of autopsies aren't happening. And, well, the apparently a lot of mortuaries, or, funeral directors, their business has increased big time, 50% in some cases. And, well, a lot of them, they've got to do the embalming and stuff they've got to do. They've got to withdraw all the blood out of the body and then put embalming fluid in or whatever. And they're finding all these strange things in there. It's not really blood, it's like little, well, you'd have to look it up. There's lots of stuff. Look on BitChute, on lots of places about the things the morticians are finding. And it's not normal. Wonder why. Anyway, that's pretty much it for the news, I guess. I might see if I can get your mate DK on, see if he can... I wanted to talk to him and see what's happening in New Zealand. Because yesterday was a big day in New Zealand in the courts and things. Let's just get the screen up and press the button. And we have him on board very shortly. Hello there.
Hey, man.
Yeah, mate, how you going?
Yeah, good, eh?
Yeah,
Nice.
another day in paradise.
Just feel trash today, though. I don't even know what time I got home last night.
Yeah. Oh, well, good day or what?
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Best day I've had in a long time, eh? That
So
was awesome.
you go to the courthouse, did you? Or?
Yeah, went to the courthouse and things for Calvin and Hannah's hearing.
Yeah.
They didn't have to appear themselves, but they still turned up and had a chat to everyone and shit.
Yeah, I saw a bit of it on Vinny had a show, saw part of it there, sort of thing, and yeah.
Yeah,
So that,
I was supposed to be on Vinny's, but he was just using the counterspins footage.
oh yeah, yeah, yeah. On the show, he said he was trying to contact you, but he couldn't get through to you or something. But
Yeah,
technical.
he got through to me once when he just rung me, but like, yeah, it wasn't going through on Skype for some reason.
Yeah. Oh well, there's a lot of bandwidth being used around that time, no doubt. Yeah,
Yeah,
that could be
probably.
an issue. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, after that, like, well, the crazy thing is, Kelvin actually recognized me and came up to me.
Oh
That
yeah.
was it. He spun me out. Yeah. So
Mm.
he's like, "Oh, hey, TK." And I just happened to have my camera going at the time. He's
Yeah.
like, "Oh, holy shit, hey."
You're
And
becoming
I
famous, mate.
gave me a 30-second minute sort of like talk sort of thing. But
Oh,
then everyone fucked off to a cafe and shit, and I ended up talking with them for like the next couple of hours, eh?
oh, laughing. Yeah.
Yeah, it was like real good.
Yeah.
Like, there
Oh
was
well.
heaps of people there. Like we basically took over a whole cafe.
Yeah. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. So what happened in the court case? Nothing. It was just like deferred or something, was it? I
Uh,
take it.
they're going for trial by jury, so like
Oh right.
actually jury of peers rather than like let it be judge decided and shit.
Definitely. Yeah. If you got that option, you should always go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah. A lot
Uh,
of people. I don't think Vinny got the option, did he?
I don't know. Don't
Hmm.
know if he got the option. I think everyone is allowed that option. You
Yeah.
just have to choose it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah. Depends how much you got how many lawyers you got. I guess. I'm not really sure about that, but it's probably
Yeah.
different here in Australia as well.
No, I'm pretty sure that you can just opt for trial by jury.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And
But
what was it for? It was for sharing something, a video
yeah,
from years ago or something, which is
yeah, for posting a link to the
yeah.
documentary about, like, not even to the actual footage, although the documentary does have some of the footage in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, for sharing a link to a documentary about the Christchurch mosque shooting.
Yeah. And yeah, they're really not dumbing down. They're really doubling down on that because they don't want anybody to. It's illegal to study it or something over there, thing, you know?
In New Zealand, yeah, it's
Yeah.
illegal. It's illegal to watch it, possess
Mm.
it, share it. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not about watch it, but it's illegal to possess or share it. Yeah,
Mm. Wow, which, yeah, which is ridiculous, isn't it? It's
I've seen it. I've
tyranny.
seen it online. I've seen the documentary.
Oh, right, yeah. No, I haven't seen much of it, really, but,
The documentary is quite good. It's
yeah.
worth watching if you can find it.
Oh, right, yeah, yeah. I'll have to have a look for that. Yeah, I would share it on my show one day, you know, see how that goes. Oh,
Oh, yeah, no, you'll be fine. It's only in New Zealand that it's illegal for.
right, yeah.
Serious, the rest of the world, it's not a problem.
Mm,
It's just us that aren't allowed it.
yeah,
Like, we're not allowed to know about what happened here, whereas the rest of the world is.
yeah. That's
And
ridiculous.
that's what Counterspin was pissed off about in the first place.
Yeah, yeah. I've watched a bit of their stuff, and they're quite professional in what they do, and yeah, they seem to be pretty down to earth. It's a great
Yeah,
little platform that they've got, but yeah, well, the government's coming after them, of course. Jacinda's, was it the single source of tooth? uh, a
yep.
meme or something that Vinny posted. Yeah,
Yeah, someone was actually saying it yesterday as well.
yeah,
A single source of tooth.
yeah. Yeah, big smiley face. Yeah, well, anyway. Yes, so much else happening in New Zealand at the moment?
I haven't caught up with anything at all today, or
Yeah,
really yesterday, to be honest. Other
yeah.
than that, yeah, it was just like just at the, as I said, at the cafe for several hours after the court.
Oh,
Uh, yeah, and then then just went and got on the piss with like Phil Arps, who's he's running for school board member at the same school that my son goes to.
all right, cool. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, well, also saw that on the video that there's a guy running for mayor somewhere or something, a little
Yeah,
baldy-headed dude.
Carl Bromley.
Cal,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah, he was there. Yeah,
yeah, he was there. Yeah,
yep. Yeah, it's very interesting.
yeah.
Interesting times.
I got some good footage I have to upload
Oh yeah,
and
yeah,
at some point today. I just
yeah,
haven't got around to doing anything. As I said, I don't even know what time I got home. The
yeah.
this guy's house was further away than I thought. I kept trying to ring taxis and shit and got
Yeah,
no taxis and didn't even see one drive past me to wave down
yeah.
fucking for miles, eh?
So you walked. Yeah,
Yeah, so I
yeah,
feel fucked. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, I actually woke up about 4 o'clock this morning and sort of turned it on, and then Frank was there. He was all he's Frank's new
Yeah,
persona, or whatever it is.
yeah.
Yeah, and yeah, he was worried about you. He reckons.
Yeah, he got a hold of Vinny's missus, got a hold of Rebecca, and she
uh,
rang me yesterday.
all right. Yeah. Mm. Yeah, he's keeps on jumping in, does Frank, doesn't he? He's probably got, he's
Yeah.
his heart's in the right place, but I don't know about his head. Yeah. If you listen, Frank, don't take offence, mate. Just yeah, amusing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going down to the bowling club today. That's why I'm early today. Me, this is the first time I've ever been early, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're having a Queen's Memorial Bowls Day. Just for the Queenie, good old Queenie, she's gone. Now we got King Charles. That was a report I was reading. This this talk about there's some lawyer. He's no longer QC. It's KC. KC and the Sunshine Band. Remember them?
Yeah.
Yeah, King's Council.
Uh,
Yes. And
true.
yeah, another thing. A lot of Australians want to put Richard. Was it what's his name? That Irvine character. Bloody he's crocodile bloke.
Oh, Steve Irwin.
Steve Irwin. Steve Irwin. That's right. Yeah, they want him on the dollar note instead of on the notes
Yeah.
instead of the King Charles. Yeah, let's face it.
Yeah. Why not?
Yeah. Well, I reckon it's a great idea to have Australian um,
Icons.
icons. Yeah, that's the better word.
Yeah.
Icons on our money. Why not? We
Yeah.
don't need. We
New
don't need.
Zealand.
Sorry, what does New Zealand have? Just
No, we've got like Sir Edmund Hillary on some of them and shit. Like, yeah, we've got
yeah,
like famous New Zealand people and shit on them.
yeah. On some of our notes, we've got yeah, quite a few people actually. I haven't got any money around me to show at the moment, but yeah, it's and yeah, we don't want
I actually do.
some.
What have I got? Have I got anything? What have I got?
Where's my
The
wallet?
20's got the Queen.
Ah, yeah. Where's my wallet? Here. Back in a
That's,
sec, folks.
who's that guy?
Yes, should have some money here.
Yep. I've only got like 20s and 50s because I got to
Gee,
put some money.
you're
Bank.
rich. I've only got, I got
I got to
20,
pay my travel.
I got 20, a 10 and a 5. The fiver, that's got the Queenie on it. 20, who's this bloke? Some bloke on one side and
There's
some
our
lady on the other.
There's
Yeah, oh, he's got a plane in it, so it must have had something to do with flying.
see, we got like clear windows on our money. Which is
Oh,
really
yeah,
weird.
yeah, so have we. Yeah, we got windows. Yeah, yeah, it's supposed to so they can't um, reproduce it. Oh,
Yeah.
and,
There's a guy on the 50.
oh, yeah, Kiwi
Some
dude. Yeah,
other see
oh, yeah,
something other Nata, some
yeah,
famous Maori guy.
yeah.
I
This
don't know
bloke,
his name. Who he is.
what's his name? It was a Banjo Patterson on the $10 note. I went to a place where he became popular, actually, a place called Gulgong, near Mudgee.
Oh
It's
yeah.
a not lovely little town. It's a town on the old $10 note. Because the old $10 note, this is the new one, had like picture of the townscape and stuff like that on it. It's a lovely
Okay.
little town. Of course, there's a bowling club. And lots of pubs within walking distance. I went there, I
Right.
parked my bus in the back of the bowling club because they let me stay there because I was going to drink a lot of beer, and I did, as you
Hmm.
do. And then, yeah, I went and checked out the pubs, and I tell you, the pubs are really narrow streets. Like you can, if there's cars parked along the side, there's only basically enough room for one lane of traffic. So you've
Oh
got to
yeah.
pull over to let other people through and stuff like that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Whereas other country towns, they're like Mudgee, which is just down the road. The streets are huge there. There's big, a lot of Australian towns there are sort of not quite large roads sort of thing and medium strips so that so the old horse wagons could turn around. Don't know what happened to Gulgong because it's got really narrow streets with a lovely little town. It's a good thing. I love travelling around Australia and little country towns here and there. Just well, not real keen on going to the cities. So, yeah. Anyway, I might wrap it up for today. That's about it. Let's head down the bolo shortly. Hey, a little show today, folks. I'll probably do another one on Sunday, maybe, if there's something worth talking about. Be good to yeah, good to get Tammy on. I was trying to get her on the other day. She wouldn't confirm, and then she disappeared totally. Poor
Yeah.
Tammy. Because she's streaming her music show all the time, and but you know, yeah. Anyway, that's Tammy for you. Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey, mate. You take care.
Yeah, man.
I'll talk to you well after the show as well. Anyway, and much love, no fear, mate. Take care.
Yeah. That's love, no fear, man. Catch
See,
up.
see ya. Okay, let's put that away. Okay. Well, folks, that's another action-packed. Well, maybe not action-packed. Episode of Amos Sewn 36. 36. 3 days. That's once a week. Been going for 36 weeks, I guess. Missed a couple of weeks here and there, so. But, well, be good to each other. Don't hurt anyone. And, well, in Lakesh. Guru. Yes.